Well, hi there, and welcome to another episode of Mondays with Mindy, still coming to you safe at home with my co host and co producer, Christian Brescia.
Hi, everybody. Welcome back.
Today, we get to gab with my co star of the feature, A Nice Girl Like You, coming out July 17th, Miss Jackie Cruz. She is a Dominican American actress, singer, and former model, best known for her role as Blanca on the Netflix show Orange is the New Black, along with our feature that's coming out on the 17th. As I've said, she currently stars in a recurring role on NBC's Good Girls. Jackie grew up between Los Angeles and Santiago in the Dominican Republic. Raised by a single mom, her love of music came early, and she was a member of Hamilton School Music Academy here in Los Angeles.
Wow.
She decided to move out at 17. She actually became homeless for a while and a victim of a terrible car accident, Christian, at the same age. She suffered a collapsed lung, falling into a coma, and requiring brain surgery.
Wow.
I know. This
Wow.
girl's been through it. In fact, her song, Sweet 16, is actually based on the accident. Her songwriting and singing has always been, front stage. And two of my all-time favorites are her La Hora Loca, which I first heard while we were shooting. And the video shoot soon followed after our wrap. The video is outstanding, which she also produced. And her poignant Melly 16, that was inspired by her accident and the depression that followed that I talked about. She's always said that music is her first love, but not to get it twisted, Christian. This girl is such a wonderful actress. She's added activism and producing to her passions, but music is still the thing she does every single day and continues to put out the most incredible songs and videos. Nice. Check her out on her Instagram, where she has, a mere 1.6 million followers. Anyway, let's get it started with the force of nature that is Jackie Cruz.
Ladies and gentlemen, it is our pleasure to welcome to the show Mondays with Mindy, Ms. Jackie Cruz.
Hi.
Welcome.
Priscilla.
Stop it. With my baby Priscilla. I am so excited to be here on Mondays with Mindy.
Thank you for joining us.
Max.
Yeah,
listen, we start each episode by going into our fabulous, Christian and I came up with 20 questions in our beautiful Jonathan Adler secret canister, just to get the party started, get us rolling.
Get some random questions to get to know you.
Exactly. Okay. What's the best advice you've been given, and who gave it?
You know what? I have to say my publicist.
Yeah?
Yeah, we were talking about like our dreams, and like I was like, I'm just always so worried about running out of time to live all my dreams. And it kind of became my quote after that. I was like, and we thought about it, and she's like, you know what? There should never be a time limit on your dreams. And I'm like, that's my thing now. And yeah, that's the best advice. And it was me and her name is Chelsea, talking about like me just being worried all the time about not like living up to all the dreams that I have.
That is delicious and perfect. I love
good
that.
job,
Thank you, Chelsea.
Yeah.
I'm curious about this. What assumption do people make about you that are wrong?
Oh, I hate being misunderstood. It really does.
I know you do.
What assumption? So many. That I'm not smart.
Mm-hmm.
Because maybe my character Flaca, which I believe she's brilliant in her own way. They just, because of my character, and she's in prison, and from the hood or whatever, that I'm not really smart, but I am.
Yeah. This I know to be true. This I know to be true. There's a deep end to that ocean.
Yeah, I mean, listen, I hate it when people misjudge you because you didn't finish college. But let me tell you something: street college and Hollywood college, like that.
Well, I mean, we'll get into it. Also, just the life you've led, Jackie, what you've been through and survived and thrived.
Yeah.
Thanks.
If another actor were to play you in a movie, Who would it be?
Oh, I love this
You
question.
know what? I have to be honest with you. There's this little girl that I love, and she played Dora the Explorer, and she sings so beautifully, and I'm like,
Oh,
Mrs.
yeah.
Bonaire, and I
Yeah.
said,
Yes.
when I do my movie, I think I would hire that little girl.
Wow. That's a good one.
Yeah,
That is a good one.
play Dora, and it's so funny because now I have the Dora haircut.
You do.
But I've been
Dora
watching the
the
really bad
Explorer.
Dora, the really bad.
Okay. What is your guilty pleasure?
Salt and vinegar chips.
Okay. You and my boyfriend both.
While watching Netflix
All
or
righty.
other things. Anything.
Ditto. Last question before we really get into it. Well, we're into it. Why do I keep saying that?
Yeah.
When was the last time you cried?
Oh, yesterday? Oh, I lied. Today, before the show. Again, because of being misunderstood. I hate it. And sometimes you find out things that you really didn't want to know. And it's maybe
About yourself or someone else?
about what maybe someone thinks of you.
Oh.
Oh, dang it. Yeah.
And it breaks my heart, and I'm like, why? And why don't they understand that I come from love? I'm not a hater. Like, I do everything out of love. I lead with my heart. So yeah, it's family, and I was just crying this morning, and Fernando is
Babe.
holding me, and he's like really beautiful, and just like, it's gonna be
Yeah.
fine. Don't worry so much. I worry a lot. I actually tattooed this recently. It
New
said,
tattoo.
your letter, it's okay to cry.
Oh my gosh, I love that.
That's pretty
I
amazing.
love that because you know me, I'm always down for a proper weep. I just think it's the best way to get
you
the
have-
steam off the top of the pot.
You have specific friends that you can cry with,
Yep.
and it just,
Mhm.
I feel so much better after. And
Absolutely,
people put such
100%.
a stigma behind it, like you're weak, but actually I think people who cry are stronger than you'll ever be.
Yeah, agree.
Well, and as actors, I mean, I have access to all my emotions, but I'm not a slave to any of them. That's kind of my theory. And it's like, I have access to that sadness. And there's a lot,
Yeah.
or joy. I cry more out of joy sometimes than sadness,
Mhm.
truth be told.
That question, the first question you asked me, what's the
Mhm.
best advice? I think that now I'm gonna say, Mindy, don't be a slave to your emotions.
Mm.
Because sometimes
Yeah, you can have access to them.
much about
Yeah.
what people think, that they have so much control over me,
Yeah.
Yeah, and that's you'll do it, please. So I guess especially for the listeners, all over my Instagram, because I'm so dang excited and proud and kind of want to say finally. A couple years ago, I met Jackie. We co-starred in a movie together called A Nice Girl Like You. It's coming out July 17th, and yeah, woo. And what's great is that, yes, there was chemistry, which was exciting. And I always love working with new actors, especially actors that I have enjoyed. And I had enjoyed you, shall we say. That's very
Well, we
suggestive.
became BFFs like first day.
BFFs, real quick. We shared dressing rooms most of the time. This is an independent feature.
Yeah.
And I love that you and I are similar in that we were BFFs on that set. And then, while we occasionally text or DM through Instagram, I haven't seen Jackie and she hasn't seen me. But that relationship is, to me, completely intact and will always be there.
Oh, you have friends like that. That's who we are.
Yeah.
That's who we are as actors, the gypsies.
Yeah,
right?
any day, and I know you'd be there for me. I said, "Yo, Mindy, can I come over after
100%.
quarantine?" She's like, "You girl, I'll put you in the garage."
That's right. There will always be a place for you with me, no matter what,
same,
and
same.
whoever else you bring. Because
Yeah,
you tend to
I know.
have a little entourage.
I have
It's
five
usually
puppies.
family though, Christian. So it's pretty awesome.
Yeah, and if
Or
there's puppies included
nine
ever,
to
that's
five.
And
always a win.
puppies.
Yeah.
Bring it. So, but I want to share with the listeners, so many people, and especially when you shared the story with me, I was talking about, I don't know, I'm sure we were in the makeup trailer. I just know that we were. And someone asked me about my cancer situation and going through all of that. And I went through this whole story. And then Jackie just casually, she's putting on her lipstick, goes, well, I was in a coma. And I'm like, what?
Wait, I didn't try to one up you or anything.
It wasn't even an up one, but it was like, you might have wanted to lead with that.
The record scratch record.
Are you
letting me
kidding
go
me? We
on and
cannot
on.
compare. These are literally two terrible things. You cannot compare.
I mean, but why I'm going there now is because it happened to you so early in your life. You had just gone out on your own at 17 years old, coming back to Los Angeles. And tell the story if you don't mind.
No, it's a long. I always say long story short, and then the story is still long. But I'm really gonna cut it. I moved here from the Dominican Republic when I was 15 years old, and it's not easy when you come in on an 11th grade, to a new, it was a performing arts school. So thank God for that, Hamilton Music Academy, and on Robertson over here. And it was really amazing. And I went in, actually, I got in through the saxophone. I played the jazz sax for 10 years, which I'm trying to get back into. And, I was really like locked up as a child because my mom, I wanted to be a singer and actress, and ever since then, she's like, well, let's see if you got what it takes.
Right.
So she's been, putting me in, acting classes, and, I was evolving, and finally she's like, we're moving to Hollywood, and
yes,
everyone thought we were crazy, because she was a doctor already in Dominican Republic. So we would come to America and she'd be no one, all over again. And,
immigrant story.
Yeah. And we lived in a little studio, 400 square feet. My bed was in the kitchen. It was like in Koreatown, 715 Normandy.
Embedded in your soul.
Yeah, for sure. I was 213 for a minute, but I had to change that to 646. But I came in and I saw things that a little girl like 15 years old shouldn't see, and I saw independence, and I saw a way to get by on my own. And I told my mom, you know what? I don't want to live in this place with you because you're bringing your husband in, and there's no space for a teen girl. So she was like, "Oh, really? You want to go be an adult? Go ahead, but don't come back." And I'm like, "Okay, my ride is outside." Ungrateful kids.
Yeah.
My mom changed her whole life, and then I'm like, peace. So she was very angry. And then I was living the rebel life. Hanging out with little kids that I wasn't supposed to. Worked in a coat check room. Also did Baja Fresh. And then I lied all the time to get out of school. And one day we were driving to a concert, and I wasn't wearing my seatbelt, and we hit the curb, and the car was 80 miles an hour, and it went 3 times around, and I went out the window.
Wow.
20 feet away from the car, and right away I was rushed to emergency. My so-called friend didn't really know what to do. She called her mom, was like, "Oh, we were in an accident. I don't have my license." More worried about herself than her friend dying.
Wow.
Yeah, so a guy on a bicycle called 911 for me.
God bless him.
Yeah, I don't know who he is. Maybe one day we'll find him. And I had emergency brain surgery, and I woke up 2 weeks later finding out I was in a coma, kidney contusion, lung collapse, broke 2 vertebrae. My eyes were crooked. My face was half paralyzed, and, I wanted to give up on life.
Wow.
I had long, crazy hair, and I think the reason that I have short hair now is because when I was a kid, my mom put so much into my hair that's who I was. Like long curly hair, and that's how you're gonna make it. You're so unique, and God took that away from me and showed me that I was unique on my own. I didn't need the hair. I didn't need the pretty.
You bet.
And that's how when I met my little friend Melly, who was 10 years old, who the doctor told, "Hey, there's a girl who doesn't want to live. Would you talk to her?" And I was like, that was me. And she was like, "You're so pretty." And she had pretty surgery too. And she was in a wheelchair, and I'm like, oh, like.
And one of my favorite songs
Melly 16.
is Melly. I mean, I love that you wrote like the most heartbreaking, thrilling, fabulous song. I mean, I'm going to say that about 5 of your songs already that I love, but that way. But that one's so meaningful because it's based on that particular person and period of your life.
But I do believe that, like, I was going the wrong direction, and whether it's, the universe or he saw my future and he said, no. and he had to show me. And sometimes you got to hit the floor before, knowing what you have. And yeah, and after that, I never gave
There
up.
was no stop. Well, and there was no stopping you. I mean, the universe, or again, however you want to say it, not only opened up to you, but it was like had those little like airline lights, like right this way, Miss Jackie Cruz.
And don't think that terrible things didn't happen after that.
Sure.
Like,
Of course,
a million terrible things that got me to New York, and that's when I quit acting in LA, and I'm focused on music. And then I was like, you know what? I'm gonna try acting in New York. Maybe it's different. And
it is.
my first audition was for Flaca.
You're
First one,
kidding.
2
I
lines.
love this story. I mean, whenever we all as actors, if you've been around for any length of time,
Yeah.
and I mean, it could be 2 years or 40.
Right.
Okay. But that sense of, look, you never say no and I'm done. Cause if it's meant to be and you are creative,
Yeah.
it will find you.
Yeah.
And it not only found you, but girl, and you were ready for it.
Yes. And I think
That's
that
the other
ready
thing we
for
talked
it.
about. You
Yeah.
were ready for it.
Yep.
Christian, there's no one who has better hustle than
love
Jackie
that.
Cruz.
I love
You're a
that.
sweetheart. Thank you.
And I mean that in the best way possible. You know, she
appreciate it.
is hungry and excited and has the talent to back all of it up.
Yeah, I mean, I've been a fan from Orange is the New Black since the beginning. It was always such a brilliant character, well written, well played. It was, it's amazing.
I feel blessed that they took a little bit of me and added to my character, and she loved music just like me, and she wanted to be an artist. They added, like Genji would come to like the bitter end to watch me sing, like crazy things like that. And I feel like she took a little bit of whatever I had to offer to make that character so full.
And not that you acting is in the back seat, not by a long stretch, but you've made it very clear, and anyone I think who meets you knows that music is your first love. It's a passion. It is one of your driving forces. It's how you communicate to the world. I remember on set it was La Hora Loca, and you were about to do the video. I mean, it was such a thrill. It was such a thrill to like just think the world of you, and yes, you're talented and we're having fun and we're playing, and then to hear this voice, I was just Christian. I was gobsmacked.
Yeah.
What a voice, what a talent. I understand now. Then I understood then why music is your thing.
Yeah.
Yeah, and it's just like, people are just like, that's what I'm saying. I was telling Chelsea, I'm like, I'm getting older, and like, look at all these teeny boppers for music, and they're not going to like what I want to say or have to say, but screw that.
Yeah.
I started not to care. I started to just write my feelings and, work with people that understood who I was, and like collaborate. And I started to grow and do things that I never thought I could do. And I feel like it's just believing in yourself. That's how easy it is.
Yeah.
Amazing. What inspires you right now? Like what is it for you?
Arts right now. And that I was writing a TV show about my ex-boyfriend and his art.
Yes.
I can't say too much about it, but
I know. Yes.
So his art is inspiring me right now.
I love that.
Yeah.
And
love that.
people grow a lot, through I don't know, like my music is not what my EP was in 2010. You know what I mean? So it's finding yourself throughout the years, like your different soundtracks of every year. Like that's why I don't like to put myself in a box, just like an actor. Like I can do everything. And as a singer, I could do everything. I love country, folk, blues. I love, pop. I love to, rap. Like I love all these things. And once, I'm established, I'm going to continue to just, expand myself. And like I told you, I wrote a rap, and I'm like, what the heck?
I love that.
Yeah. So I have a new alter ego called Jacques Lafemme.
Oh my gosh.
First to hear it on Mondays with Mindy.
Oh my God, of course you do. And I already have a visual.
Call me later and tell me what it is.
I will. But that's the other thing I do. A visual popped in my head immediately. That's the other thing that I love about you is the bravery and commitment to going outside of a look or what an expectation and
Yeah.
just giving it a try. I mean, you are I
Thank
love
you.
that. You get on that tightrope and even if you're scared or your legs are a little shaky, like you still go.
And
Where does
you know
that come
what?
from?
Just life itself, because a lot of people were like, a lot of people are going to put you down, like, she's not that good, she can't sing that good, she can't,
Mhm.
what, maybe I wasn't that good at the time, but honey, if you want something, you got to work for it.
Yeah.
And I want it. And like, I've never really taken vocal lessons, and let me tell you something, my voice is so different than it was 2 years ago. Just this
Amazing.
one last 2 years of vocal training has
Mhm.
helped me find my voice. That's crazy.
Mhm.
Yeah.
Plus 30, now I find my voice, and music has always guided me.
Yes.
You freaking never know. And like, I know that like dreaming big and kind of like trying things out, like I'm skateboarding now, like things that I was afraid
Ooh,
of, not living in fear anymore,
Yeah.
of things that
I
I
love
didn't
that.
think I could do, like learning the piano a little bit. Like, this quarantine, I wasn't really bored in the house. I was busy in the house, working on myself and
Yeah.
on
Yes.
like maybe inspiring the people, because I did a show called Live with Jackie, which I would love to have you on. That I took a little,
Anytime.
I took a little break, but maybe before our movie comes out July 17th, A Nice Girl Like You, sorry, and Lucy Hale. Um, yeah, so I just wanted to, just like you inspire people by having conversations with them, and showing that you got to start sometimes when you're at the lowest. And
Yes,
you
and
know
also this expectation that you have to be the best. I'll tell you, I would say 95% of the people, artists we love, whether they be actors, writers, producers, fine artists, musicians, aren't the best. Weren't
mm,
told they were the best, but they have something.
Yeah.
And that
yes,
something is
Magic.
who they
contagious and magical. Thank you, Christian. And it's like this whole best thing, especially being a creative, you need to put that down.
Thank you.
Yeah.
And that's where I started to accept that I wasn't the best. And that's when I became my best.
Right.
It's
You know what I mean?
freedom.
That's
That
right.
you have liberated yourself. I mean, it's so interesting too when I'm in an acting class or I'm on a job where it's just like, I'm here for a reason, so I don't need to worry. I don't, the defense mechanisms I have to,
Right.
be self-deprecating or oh gosh, I don't even know how I got here.
Mm-hmm.
Screw that.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
Best
We
of
all know how we got here.
yeah.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah,
And
right.
season 1 from Orange is the New Black till season 7 is a whole new flocka too.
Yeah.
And that's through
Agreed.
growth. Yeah. Mm-hmm. And
Yeah,
that's through me feeling comfortable. Like, wow, they actually like me. That's crazy. Season 1, it was like Survivor up in there. Everybody was trying too hard. And
That's
I
right.
feel like, not that,
You shared that.
I don't want to say that everyone, because everyone, whatever, but I did feel like it was like, yo.
You don't want to be written off. Yeah.
Exactly. So they were at their best, and also,
Also, not knowing it's going to go 7 seasons.
hold on, I don't want him to.
It's Priscilla
Yeah.
or Elvis.
Come here, Priscilla. Come here, girl. Yeah, Elvis is growling. Come here, Elvis. He don't know that's his wife yet. Well, maybe he does.
Exactly.
But
But I
yeah.
love that we were sharing on the set. You're sharing those stories where you just you don't know it's going to go 7 seasons. So that first season, yeah, you're tap dancing and
Yeah.
putting yourself out there and just trying to
Put on the Ritz.
be seen in that throng of women, right?
Yeah.
And then by season whatever it was, but you said get your groove, you get your confidence. The writers start actually giving you something to do.
Mm-hmm. And you start to feel validated, and it sucks that I need someone to validate me, but it's not that. It's just I started feeling comfortable being myself too.
Mm-hmm.
And it was like, oh, they like what I did here. And like, then I feel like everybody on that show just was like a little seed, and they became a flower at the end. You know what I mean?
Mm-hmm.
Yeah. Well,
Hey, Christian.
yeah.
Let's take a break.
I was just going to say, touching on a little bit of what Jackie just spoke about, we have decided, Mindy and I collectively, since we're still actively seeking sponsorship, that the new romantic comedy, A Nice Girl Like You, is going to be our honorary sponsor for this episode. Just reminding our viewers and our listeners that it is a new feature film brought to you by Callowwood Pictures, and Vertical Entertainment. It stars Lucy Hale, Jackie Cruz, and our very own Mindy Cohn. It is available on demand Friday, July 17th on Apple TV, Amazon, pretty much every on-demand platform. We hope that you check it out. It is an incredible film, very funny. Mindy recently just posted the trailer, so you can have a quick look-see at that if you'd like to see it. Also, head to mondayswithmindy.com if you haven't already. We'll have lots of information about Jackie there, links so you can link up with her, show notes so you can follow up on some of her passion projects, her music, exactly. If you're not subscribing to our show, there's buttons there that you can click and link to every major podcast platform. You can watch us on YouTube if you prefer to watch us. Just make sure to give us a thumbs up, hit the subscribe button, and hopefully leave us a comment because we'd love to hear more from you.
Thanks, Christian.
Thank you.
Look at that. Little ad there. Little plug.
Missed her. She's just, one of her teeth fell out. Look.
Oh, puppy teeth.
Baby. Oh.
Yeah, she's just teething right now, so I give her my
so cute. Oh my gosh. So let's talk about the movie a little bit. It was exciting, I know, for both of us, but I want to hear I played a character I haven't played before. You definitely played someone you have not played before.
Mm-hmm.
What was your experience like?
Oh, it felt so good to just wear makeup.
You are Glamazon in this film.
Feel really pretty.
You are pretty.
No, thank you. No, just, after 7 years of gray khakis, it felt so nice to feel colorful because you could see I love color.
Yeah.
So
Yes.
So that was thank you. That was really cool, and just to work with someone that I'm a big fan of and be your best friend on and off set was really cool.
Oh man, I was going to tell you about Lucy.
No, I mean Lucy's amazing, but I spent most of my time with you, right?
True. Yeah.
So you know what I mean? Me and you were like this because our scenes were together, and I just
there
feel
are a lot of what I love is a couple of our improv moments. Our producer Gina Panabianco has told us have made it into the film. I mean, Jackie and I, our directors, Chris Nick would just let us go, and at the end of the scene, you guys just riff, and we would.
I love that.
And I love that some of that made it into the movie. Yeah.
That's great. I haven't seen it yet.
I haven't either. I've seen bits, but I haven't seen the whole thing either. Yes, I'm really interested.
Text me when you watch it.
Will do. But it was a fun shoot, wasn't it?
Working with you, and then you being so open, just like me, and sometimes that's why people like us kind of get taken advantage of because we're open hearts,
Yeah.
Yes.
And I love kind of mirroring, we were mirrors to each other, and we're both young spirits and old souls, you know what I mean? And I don't know, it was just really cool to connect with you like organically on and off. And
agreed.
I'm such a big fan of yours. You don't understand, your show,
sister.
I would always watch it, and as a kid, and that's really cool to be next to somebody that you're I want to be like her one day. You know what I mean?
Well,
so
and what's
really
so great is I felt in return I felt so thrilled and tickled to be with you, who I had been watching for 7 years, and Lucy, and it's yes, get the old gal in there with those youngins. Okay, let's play now. Let's get in the sandbox together.
Fine, everybody. So shut up.
But I'm just saying that as an actor, I don't care how old you are, what sex you are, what orientation you are. I want to play in the sandbox with you, and I loved that I was met. Christian, day one with Jackie, we are similar artists.
You built the same castle together. Yeah.
And you know what's crazy is that someone who's been in the business for so long, they get jaded, and it's people don't have fun anymore. And you literally made everyone have fun. You know what I mean? At every moment. And that's what I loved about you. And you kind of taught me a lot. Like it was like my first kind of, it's indie but big kind of film.
Oh yeah.
And you showed me the ropes, and I'm not talking about, also the strip club ropes.
Yeah, that too. We did a couple turns around the pole. Don't get it twisted, Christian. Jackie and I we were wrapped and we kind of stayed for a little while when we were shooting at the strip
club. I thought you would think I would teach her.
See, we both love that. I mean, don't love, like you were saying, nobody likes to be underestimated, but it's something that she and I are consistently underestimated in almost every aspect of our life. And it's such a great feeling for me anyway, when somebody does underestimate me, but I know that I can step up to the plate and really bring a little surprise. And that moment, like you said yourself, you're like, oh my God, I'm learning something I didn't expect to learn. I love that stuff. Those are the moments.
It was just, really cool. We just, I don't know, vibed. And then we went live a lot.
So Jackie, so you have to understand, when I started shooting the movie, I think I had a whopping 20,000 followers or something. I was new-ish to Instagram.
That's still pretty good. That's still healthy.
Yeah, but I mean, I had never been on an Insta story. So of course, our first Insta story, I'm just having a ball. And with Jackie, you have fans in the States, but okay, Poppy, you have fans. Brazil was calling in. Colombia was calling in. We had a little Venezuela in the house. It was so fun that I stopped being afraid of Instagram. I was sort of like wanted to do it right, whatever the hell that means.
Right.
And Jackie really was my teacher about social media for me. And just no, you're the Mindy everyone wants to see. You just be Mindy on Instagram. And from there, we
balance each other.
Yeah.
And we balance each other.
What's the new music like? Tell me.
Working with you in this, working with new directors, but definitely working with you was my favorite thing on the show. Let me not, confuse it. Adir and Lucy and everybody was wonderful to work with, but it was just like, being a fan of yours for so long and just being next to you, that was just like ultimate. You saw me, I was the happiest person ever. Like,
what's next for you? What's going on? I know that your film, you got COVID kind of stopped you. We're in production on a film, correct?
Yes. It's called Switchgrass After Midnight.
Okay.
Starring Emil Hirsch, which I went to high school with, Bruce Willis, Megan Fox, Machine Gun Kelly, like really cool people.
Can I just say that I want to have Randall as my boss one day? You need to tell him that.
Oh,
your
really?
Producer.
Yes, he's the director.
He's directing this one too? I know he's a producer too.
Yeah, he's
You need to tell him to hire my tush.
Okay. You know what? I will talk to him. And
anyway, having said that,
I'll send him this little...
Thank you.
Perfect.
Having said that, back to the film. So yes.
No, Randall is incredible. I met Randall, could be like 4 years ago. And, he just got to get to know me, and he liked this role for me. And I auditioned for another role actually, and it was a 50+ role, but he just wanted to see my acting skills. Yes. And that was the best tape I've ever done in my life. And I swear to God, thank you to my coach. And Deborah Dion, and she, whatever, I'm not the same person anymore. Like I am the same person, but it's like I can be so many different things, and just one little thing.
Mine is Steve Braun, so I understand. So tell me, were you at the middle of the shoot, the end of the shoot? Like, what happened?
So no, I was about to take a plane to go, and quarantine happened, and he's like, "No, we're good. We're still filming. And then I was like, I don't know if I'm going to take this flight. And that's what happened right before. But I'm filming it end of July.
Okay, great. So you're going back.
I'm going back. And it's a juicy, kind of role. It's not like a big role, but it's, you'll see me, you know what I mean? And I'm showing you different colors. And I love every movie that I've done, including A Nice Girl Like You. It's just a different me. Every single one is a different me, like different hair, different vibe. And
beautiful.
I'm
That's
excited
what it's about.
And they're not stereotypical Latin roles. They're just women. You know what I mean?
Good.
It's one of the things I absolutely loved about our film was that our roles, my age and Athir's, nationality and your heritage, like none of that was about that. It was about 4 people being a part of this quartet, right?
Exactly. And it's the love of music and what makes them perfect for the group. Right. And that was, that's what I loved it. It was ageless. It was like, they hired great people.
Yeah.
And just like, I feel like Switchgrass After Midnight too. Like he hired great people and working with incredible people. So I just, everything I'm doing. And I got to work with Harvey Keitel recently in a movie called Landscape. I had scenes with him. That's my next movie I did after A Nice Girl Like You. That's what I'm telling you. Like I've been working as an actor. Yeah. Harvey, I got to do improv with him.
Oh and my God. Jackie, that is so brilliant.
He's like, where'd you find this kid? And I'm like, the streets, Harvey. He found me in the streets.
What a great compliment, though.
He's like, you know who you remind me of?
Oh my God,
Anita from West Side Story. So he would sing in the chair like America, and I would say Puerto Rico, and he would die, and we had the best time, And after working with you, I've been working with legends. You're a legend, Harvey's a legend, and hopefully, I'm Emil Hirsch. I've been such a big fan of his.
Yes.
We were in the same high school. With him? I'm his wife.
Oh my God, that's so good.
Yeah.
And so out of the box in the best way possible. Oh my God, yes, bravo.
And I have an accent. It's like a Tallahassee, Florida kind of like.
Nice.
Yeah, so that's completely different. Like, and then this other one, it was a 70s look. So my hair was like
Farrah Fawcett.
Meg Ryan. She had that short haircut.
Oh, okay.
Like that one. And because it was like, back in the day vibe. So I was a waitress and I was his, favorite waitress that Harvey always came in and he knew me, he knew my family, and he took care of me. And it was really
fantastic. Oh my gosh, Jackie, awesome. I'm so excited for you.
Thank you.
I really am.
You know what? It's crazy because the movies that I've gotten, yes, I auditioned, but this one, my friend Aiden Rockaway is the director of Lansky. And, he's like, I just love who you are. And he's like, there are no Latin people in this movie at all. It's like about, Jewish mob, but I'm going to write a role for you. And he told me that maybe 2.5 years ago. And he made me, a role in this movie. And he's like, and you're going to be opposite Harvey. And not a lot of people keep their word, but my friend in Rockaway, which I'll introduce you, Mindy, he kept his word.
He's awesome. You know that Gina Panabianco had a little piece of that.
Yes.
She's in the Hollywood is producing that as well. Came in at the last minute, but
it's crazy because I met
came in with some financing.
Yeah, the financiers of A Nice Girl Like You financed that one, and I got to meet them.
Nice.
And they, have other ideas for us, So
yes,
perfect.
Listen, it's like how you got to do it.
Yeah, when you do it right, people will
just work with people you like.
Work begets work. Yeah, when you do it right, people will always pay attention.
We'll do it.
Amazing. Well, I love you, and it's so nice to meet you, Christian.
Nice meeting you, Jackie. Thank you so much for joining us on the show. This was really, really wonderful.
Yeah,
very
thanks,
inspiring. Your energy is very infectious, which I'm grateful for. So keep
I'm
pushing on. Yeah.
Yes.
True. We have the same haircut. I'm so mad that I did braids, but they look
terrible. My God, no, but you look freaking adorable.
It would be really cute if we bad them.
We will at some point. We'll do it.
Okay, cool. I love you.
All right.
I love you too.
Thank you very much, ladies and gentlemen. Ms. Jackie Cruz. Thank you.
I mean, if I could have a co-star like Jackie on every project I do.
Yeah, you could feel like the chemistry that you guys have. I mean, it's funny you talked about this instant bond, but it's like, I mean, you can hear it in my ears and I could see it with my eyes. It's like, oh, that isn't just lip service for promoting a movie, so to speak. It's like you guys are generally talent and like each other, which is always amazing.
No, it's just not often you find such an intrinsically good person. She's just good.
Yeah. I mean, you could definitely pick up on that.
Good-hearted.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I liked her story too. It was really like, it wasn't just inspiring, but I like that she's a hustler. She kind of is coming into her own and blossoming, even though, maybe her fans think that she's already blossomed and already come into her own. And, she's still on that path of self-discovery, which I think is going to give us many, many years of exciting characters and music and roles for her to play. So I'm excited to.
Yeah. Well, we bonded on that, like, I said, I've been known as Natalie my whole life.
Yeah.
If you're known for Blanca your whole life, it's lovely. As an actor, though, you just have to take it into your own hands and persevere.
Yeah, absolutely.
And
more good advice from Mindy. I mean, you're just dishing it out today. Oh, we've got some golden eggs.
It's all in one basket, kiddo. That's all I got. I just did the whole. That's all. It's all the tools.
It's the kit and caboodle.
Yeah, pretty much.
Awesome. Well,
thanks again so much for a wonderful, wonderful episode, Christian. Awesome. This is just really the best part of my week.
Yeah, same here. And I just want to remind our viewers, if they haven't checked out mondayswithmindy.com, to go ahead and do that. Subscribe to the podcast, watch the YouTube, check out the show notes, learn more about Jackie, follow her, and definitely put on your calendar July 17th to download or stream A Nice Girl Like You, which is coming out, your new film, starring Lucy Hale, Jackie Cruz, and of course you. It's going to be a very exciting moment. So I'm excited to see it myself.
Yeah, thanks, babe.
All right. We'll see you guys next week. Have a good one. Be safe.